What is very interesting is that you were there right from the beginning. The mid 80s were the time where computers were becoming a bit more mainstream, basically, a bit more. And then so probably you had large organizations that started to be interested in that. But this may seem as a trivial question nowadays, but why did you start focusing on digital transformation many years ago? Because as you were saying, probably at that time, there weren't maybe that many people that were thinking about this. So you saw the
Yeah,
whole evolution as you were mentioning.
that's a great question. Around 1985, when I joined MIT, a group of faculty members were starting a research program, and at that time they called it management in the 1990s, the next decade. And the fundamental question of the 1990s that the faculty members were thinking about was, how will information systems and technology change the practice of management? And how should we think about teaching management to a generation of students that will go and practice it differently from a generation that might have graduated in the 1970s or the 1980s. It was the early days of personal computers. It's the early days of using software like Lotus 123, and early days of thinking about the potential of technology on how we carry out business processes. That, fueled by what I had done in my PhD, where information systems and strategic decision making were going to become important. I got involved in the project. I wrote some influential papers around it, where the paper focused on how we can use technology to not only automate the business processes, but also change the business scope and rethink what the business ecosystems will be. At that time, I used the phrase business networks, not business ecosystems. And then I used the word business scope redefinition, not digital business transformation. But the late 1980s language has evolved, and the theme has continued in the last 20, 30 years. We have gone from looking at established companies using technology to automate the past to now established companies using digital technologies to fundamentally redefine what they do and fundamentally restructure the kinds of ecosystems that they need to form and the partnerships that they need to enter into. So that journey has gone on for the last 20, 25 years, and I feel gratified that some of the ideas that I wrote in the early 1990s is now gaining traction at scale, gaining traction at scope across industries, across countries, and across different sizes of organizations also.